With Bonelab well on its way, is Boneworks still worth purchasing at this moment, especially if you're looking to really opt into a Quest 2? Let's go ahead and talk about it. Alright, so it says stress level 0, Bonelab now playable from logos to credits. So right here we have a massive Bonelab update that shows if it's going to be well worth it down the line to probably get Boneworks now, or should you just wait and try to see like what's going down with Bonelab. Now Bonelab essentially is saying that it's playable from the beginning to the end, which is very amazing because that means that on Q4 release, quote unquote, not really an exact release date, that this can let us know that maybe if we can hold off on Boneworks VR. So let's go ahead and keep talking about it. Bonelab is now playable from the opening logos to the end credits according to stress level 0, and they have right here an official tweet, which is fresh always when we get official credit, because we get to be able to know that this is a reliable source and know that we are not being lied to, especially with people that break down content like this, such as your boy. In a tweet, it shows that it is playable and it has been for a while. The focus of development is now polish bugs, feature creep, polish. So in other words, just making sure that this game is going to be a great function in release time. Bonelab is much anticipated sequel to Stress Level Zero's Boneworks, a physics-based action-adventure game that set a new standard from physical interaction in virtual realities. While Boneworks released exclusively for PC VR, Bonelab is set to release on Quest 2 this year and PC VR and potentially even PSVR 2 later down the line. So it was really announced in April at the MetaQuest Gaming Showcase. So all of this is just talking about that they're focusing now on finalizing features and just allowing everything to just see what else they need to add on to it, just so they can have a 2022 release, which I believe they will. Now Quest is obviously on a major quest right now, no pun intended. They have Project Cambria coming around, they're gonna have Bonelab, and they just have all these games coming around this year, and also just commercializing Meta and getting rid of the Facebook account. So those are a lot of features that virtual reality is going to be looking forward, especially in the Quest 2 sense. Let's break down this a little bit and let's see, is it worth it to actually get Bonelab or Boneworks? So talking about Boneworks first, it is an older game, 2019. If you're a content creator such as myself, you probably would love Boneworks because you already have the essentials around it. Now let's break down some of the math of it. You're going to need a PC that's actually respectable so you can run Boneworks. Also, you need to know that you have to connect it. You have to have it's like grade A internet in order to play this. And then also, if you want to stream it or create content on top of that, you're going to need a lot of extracurricular. That's with Boneworks VR. That is I mean, it came out in 2019. So we're looking at the old school way to play virtual reality, which is really be tethered up. Airlink kind of works. It does glitch a lot. A virtual desktop probably better, but again, you're paying more money for that. So let's go down it. A respectable PC, probably $1,000 to $1,200, most likely to run a game like that and stream it if you're trying to stream it or record content or just enjoy the experience without it going crazy in your VR headset. No matter what VR it is, Quest 2, Valve, anything. Next, you're gonna have to have that internet that you're gonna have to pay an extra $1 or $2 or $10 to get respectable internet to actually run this essential. You have to look into the just everything in your internet. So your provider, whatever you are getting, you have to look into a special that possibly gives you a little bit higher internet to run this. Just because this experience is amazing when it's flawless, when it has the frames that you need, when you have, if not, you're just gonna be getting tons of headaches. So that's already all those costs. Let's just say hypothetically you're looking at maybe a $1,200 or $1,500, depending on what you're doing with it. Now, if you were to divide that math into, let's say, every month, I guess you can say that's probably gonna be, I mean, so 1 month, $1,500 divided by, what are we in, August? So September, October, November, December. So we're at about a 4-month range of what Bonelab is possibly going to be releasing in. You would be getting Boneworks possibly for like maybe 4 months at most. At minimum, maybe 2 months. So I definitely would not buy Boneworks at this time because you're looking at having Boneworks for maybe like 2 to 4 months before Bonelab actually comes out. If anything, I would save up for Bonelab. You want to save up for the game Bonelab. It's going to be a standalone on Quest 2. All you're going to have to do is just purchase it. So it might be $30 or $40 depending on what they want to run with that. The most I've seen on Quest 2 games is like $40. But Boneworks is $30 right now on PC VR. Get amazing accessories for it. And you're going to buy that for like not even close to what it would be to have PC VR. Is PC VR always going to look better? Yes, even Bonelab on PC VR is going to look better. Everything looks better on PC VR, but do you know how much you're spending for PC VR? If you can just get on Quest 2, I would definitely wait. So is it worth it if you have the money? But there's going to be no intention to even have to play Boneworks anymore. Not because Bonelab's going to be the same exact game, but you're essentially going to get the same objective in the game, right? The sandbox, the fun, the physics, and straight to the point. Similar to what Blade and Sorcery Nomad does. I'm actually gonna go on a guess and make a hot take that possibly Blade and Sorcery Nomad actually maybe has more users playing that game now than what the PC VR version has, in my opinion. Boneworks VR, I would say, is an absolute no-go to get now. Now, if you're somebody like me who creates content still around this game and is helping build anticipation and give day-to-day updates, then of course you can rock out with me because we already have a PC that's VR ready. We already have all that stuff. I can buy Boneworks right now and it's only like maybe 30 bucks. That's fine. Because that's the same thing as if you were to just have a Quest 2 and you're just going to go buy Bonelab. But if you don't have any of that equipment right now, you are looking at a hefty price to play a game for about 2 to 4 months that's already 3 years plus year old. Like it's a 3-year-old game plus. Now it's still popular. It's very successful still. Very popular still. With that rarity that actually has PC VR. So no, absolutely not. Do not get Boneworks right now. Is it worth it? Of course. But should you spend the money for it? Absolutely not. And so that's why you should always go with Bonelabs, because when Bonelab releases, it's going to be a much more just experience, and it's going to give you everything straight to the point, right? Having a standalone, being able to play offline after you download it essentially is going to be just fun to do all around. You're not gonna have to worry about anything else, and it's wireless and the whole experience is ready to go. You don't need no equipment. You can set it up, you can travel with it, you can go anywhere you want with that game. So Bonelab, make sure you do it, man. Make sure y'all hit us over the thumbs up, subscribe. We did just want to talk about this today. Now this is incredible that Bonelab is gonna be set up already, and we're already almost ready to go with it. And so yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section below. It always means the world to us whenever you share your content, your ideas, your comments, and I love the engaging conversations. You know, it's always fun to agree to disagree, whatever it is it might be. Or what game are you anticipating? Is it Walking Dead, the Facebook removal from Quest 2? Just what are you most anticipated about, and how long until virtual reality actually becomes the main component of gaming today, man? Let me know. I appreciate y'all and have a good one. Peace.